They're obviously jet lagged. I'm jet lagged coming back from the event, so they're definitely jet lagged. No two ways about it. I think they actually have a longer travel day than I do. So, yeah, it's one of those where we'll have to see. We'll have to see when we get into this. No rest of the wicket for me, and none for Aurora either. We'll have to wait and see as we get underway into what's on map number 1. It's going to be Nuke to kickstart things. 3D Max's pick. It's a very, very good map for the French side, Trev. My expectations is they take it.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing how this series goes. Whether Aurora can turn up today, considering the situation they're in after all their travel recently. So, should be a fascinating one. It's a very high-quality matchup, and of course, there's a lot on the line with ESL Pro League spots available if you make the grand final of this bracket. So, let's go to kick off the EU division of ESL Challenger League Season 47 playoffs. Deco, Smoke Kit on him. And some utility on Gravity, Exercise, and Maka. Looking like they're going to prime their way for a bit of an A play. Molotov primed by Exercise to Molly top of Hut, I would imagine there. Norvi playing close, squeaky box at the moment as well.
There's Kenzie, right, in through main. If they do go A, he's the one you got to look towards. It's Lackey who's going to be tested. A bomb about to peak. Lackey, what do you got for us? There's one. He'll take Kit, but he instantly gets traded.
Oh, Deco. Nice little jiggle tap there. That was Jocko given no chance whatsoever on that one. But he has let them get down toward B. However, they've got to get past Norvi, and we know how good Norvi can be. However, the opposite side of that, they've found Deco via the Maka P250, and that's the kit on the floor as well. Maka gets a free smoke from that too. So Wrestle was under a lot of pressure on the A site. Thankfully, he's got a very quick rotation from Kenzie to help him out, and there's going to be so much damage being done. He'll see them both drop down to the site. It's a nice quick tap from Wrestle, but the bomb plant can now come through in this 2 versus 2. Norvi still next to the vent. He's been spotted out. Headshot angle. And Exercise is trying to dance with Kenzie around the site silos. Not possible, but of course, that kit is not recoverable for Aurora, so they have to get one of these two players to either tap or hold the defuse and force Maka into the open. No armor on Maka with this P250. They're still not holding it, and that's big damage. But as soon as he goes for a peek, that's when Kenzie pops his head up on the headshot angle and gets a really important tap to keep Norvi alive. Defuse will come in for Aurora, and they're off to a good start.
Yeah, really good start from them. Now, Trav, I've got a little interesting fact for you. Literally, just before this game, Aurora played a scrim, right? They played a prac. And no, it's not often that we get to see pracs, but Kenzie actually posted this on his Telegram, right? They played a prac against Thunderflash. They're not a bad team, right? A tier 2 to tier 3 team. Not terrible. 12-0 their CT side half was. So maybe that's a sign of things to come. They've pracked just before this on Nuke as well. So we'll see whether they're able to repeat that against 3D Max. At the very least, they've got a very good understanding of this Vita, I think it's safe to say. They did a scrim on Nuke just prior to this official. That was good signs. Lackey, bit of damage. Also 3D Max with a bomb plant. Traditionally, other teams would force buy here, but 3D Max opting not to, and kind of a full buy with all the Utah and the trimmings in towards the next.
Yeah, it's Aurora are built different, aren't they? All the travel days and then going to scrim before your match as well. Kind of crazy. But respect. That's what you have to do. Sometimes you want to come home and just go to bed, probably. Just pass out for 11 hours, but sometimes you can't. Anyway, let's see if they can recover. 3D Max, they have gone for half investment, of course. That is what changes now with the $600 cash reward after planting the bomb. Not the $800 cash reward. Nerfed down to $600 means that we just go for pistols for the guns in the next rather than force buy. Bomb dropped in the middle of nowhere on ramp, and it's a clean-up for Deco and Lackey. 3 kills for Deco to get a bit of confidence going for him early on, and now the guns will come out for the French.
Nice and easy. Nice and easy for Aurora. 2-0 start, but of course, like you said, going to buy back in towards this one here. 3D Max. Little question marks, basically, of what their T-side is going to look like, and it absolutely needs to get started. Most T-side map in the pool cannot allow things to get sideways. Before you know it, could be in a lot of trouble. Bonus buy for Aurora, of course. They don't really need to reinvest in anything. Nobody died. Famas and the MP9 back in towards this one. If they can make this sort of round stick, winning with that kind of lesser firepower, absolutely slams the momentum in your favor. What are we looking at here? Gravity's going to try and make a little move towards outside. Kenzie. A bit of a spam through that smoke. Doesn't catch anything. We'll be able to stop them getting down towards Secret.
Smoking toward Mini. Clearly blocks off that information. And of course now Aurora will know there's an opportunity for Gravity to traverse his way toward Hell, which is why Kenzie is giving a very close eye on it. Information will be seen. 50 seconds left on the round, and Kenzie's actually advancing forward. We know that Kenzie is a great outside player on Nuke, and he doesn't just sit back, he pushes forward to take two. He's still here, he's not going to expect Jocko here, and actually he manages to avoid Lucky getting a quick trade. And he had a chance to get that frag back, but Lucky took it in the end. Norby directly above Lucky with his FAMAS. He takes a kill of his own as well. And 3D Max on the first gun round, well, they have nothing to show for it.
Yeah, I think the app word for this one is yikes. It's just never come to fruition. 3D Max and, well, for Exorcist in this one, he's going to call for a save. He can't really afford to do anything else, sadly. We'll keep on to what he's got. And just like that, it's going to be a third on the ball for Aurora. Only the one casualty. Haven't got an upgrade, sadly. I'm sure they could probably now start looking. Yeah, Novi will pick himself up an AK. So now they can start looking for those guns to work with. Deku's got the right idea. He was tempted as well, but opting against it. Just like that. Now are seeing, bit by bit, Aurora, what they've got in terms of their bag as well. This is a very strong side when they want to get going. Their nuke has been potentially at times a bit of a weakness, but so far so good. And for 3D Max, it was meant to be a strength for them. So it's safe to say that Aurora have done a hell of a lot of research. They're looking very good right now. 3D Max can't really do too much of an investment around it, bar the upgraded pistols. Better than nothing, but it's not fantastic.
Yeah, they've got that one AK saved over, but that is all. Aurora prioritizing numbers alive in that previous round to keep 4 up and bolster that money very early on. They've already got themselves 3 CT AKs. Once again, they'll allow 3D Max to get themselves down and towards Secret. Both these two teams are rosters that I've been great enjoyers of in recent times at this level of CS. What I saw from 3D Max in Pro League was really, really solid. Aurora just loved the amount of online qualifiers they've had to play this year to get their success and make it through the main events. But it's these sort of tournaments, these sort of big best of threes that can change the trajectory of your year, knowing that Pro League is on the line once again. And step up to Aurora right here. Lucky does well to find 2. Got to tap away at a third as well. So it's a Tech 9 advancing. They get caught off by Gravity. There's a very quick trade coming in from Deco, but Mackie hits a banger. And Lucky lurking on A. He'll remove Wrestle. A fake drop into the vent as well. I'm not sure Kenzie would have been close enough to hear that, but now he's in a 1 versus 2. And now they'll drop down into the vent again. So that is a confirmation that they're probably going to commit down toward the bottom site to recover everything they need to recover. Kenzie, there is a kit dropped in the middle of the site as well. He doesn't have one right now, but with that position of that, he doesn't have to necessarily rush too much. Bomb is going to be picked up from that position next to the ramp there. 10 seconds to get it down, and Kenzie, that's given Kenzie an opportunity to rotate all the way around. Time is very tight to the back of this, and Kenzie's here in time. He sees 1, takes 1, and takes a second. And 3D Max were just so worried about where Kenzie could possibly be in that 1 versus 2. They just didn't expect it to be single door. Planted so late, gave Kenzie a chance, and Kenzie took it.
Yeah, sadly, they kind of looked everywhere but the right place. But I think you've got to say as well for 3D Max, that sort of a buy, getting a bomb plant and 4 to 5 kills out of it, I don't think it's actually that bad. I think they can be relatively happy with it. And we're still in the early doors sort of position where they're not in a rush for rounds. These sort of small incremental wins can actually give them a lot to work with. They're keeping that econ to a degree in check over towards Aurora. But not the end of the road. 4 by back in for 3D Max. And hoping this time they can kind of utilize it to their advantage. So far, one thing that you slightly touched on in that round prior, Aurora are more than happy to give up outside control to a 3D Max. They're not really fighting for this. They're allowing them all of secret control. They're allowing them all of back red. They're not contesting, right? And, well, the idea is nice. It can be risky, but Norvi, oh, the lineup is beautiful. Gravity gets caught by the smoke. And even though the nade didn't blow up the smoke that he was in, he just gets unlucky. You hate to say it.
Yeah. Gravity has been in the French scene for a very long time and a few stints on LDLC, and I think, was it Gen 1 he was on as well?
Yes, yeah, owned by the French streamer KRL.
Yeah, correct. And he's been a great player, actually, at that level for a long time as Gravity. I was very happy to see that was the player they chose to replace Hadji. I've always been an enjoyer of Hadji as an individual, but it's a change 3D Max went for, and it hasn't exactly worked out too badly thus far. This game is a slow start from them, though, and Kenzie has certainly been a big part of keeping 3D Max off the scoreboard. And once again, he'll kick off the round. He even gets a second as well. Outside is Kenzie's home so far in this opening map. Lucky and exercise, 2 versus 4, 25 seconds. How do you really get into this from here?
Not easy, is it? Gonna try and make a move. Coming through, Lucky. This 2 versus 4 needs to get basically a kill, 3, and then try and get a double. But he will get his fight on towards Lucky successful. But even then, going down here, look who's there. Deco, arguably one of the scariest men to meet on towards this lower site. XC's finds one. Makes the window, rests on the corner. Gets caught by XC's 1v1. The time runs out. The XC's is a small one again. That he gets the kills, but it's not enough for the round. He might get the AWP, but he can't get over there in time. And that is going to be Aurora 5-0. Bit by bit, we're seeing them really find a lot of success. This is a side who are, at the moment, completely farming a 3D Max. I wouldn't even mind them taking a little pause, have a little conversation, but opting not to. Spoke too soon. Yeah, they are. Good, good. They absolutely need this. I think they just look a little bit out of it. Take a breather, slow things down. Don't overthink. I think at the moment they're making their life considerably more difficult than it needs to.
Yeah, for sure. And 3D Max, even with the way they went in toward ramp there in that 2 versus 4, even Lucky, the way he played that, even though he doesn't get a single kill or much damage at all, he just wastes precious time off the clock. And means that 3D Max have to go straight into Deco. Aurora telegraphed exactly what was going on. Deco takes that kill comfortably. And, even though Exorcist managed to dive his way in toward Glass to save the AK and get one more kill, one extra kill does help for the damage to the Aurora economy, but it doesn't help for the round count, which is still on 0 for 3D Max. And they're going to need to change that very soon. Enough money for another purchaser, of course. Utility is slightly more limited this time because of what's gone before, of course. But Kenzie is once again trying to make something happen toward outside, playing nearly smokes. Look at the damage he's just done through that smoke. That's crazy. He'll get caught out by a push, but Gravity can't finish his dinner. Kenzie gets away with it on 56 health. Can continue to hide behind that box. Lucky tries to help for a split second there, but once again they allow them to go down toward that secret position. Vestal's here. Brilliant spray control for 2 kills. He's got 5 bullets left and will have to fall away, but that is just perfectly done from him to get another advantage. He positions himself behind the silo as well. The rotation from Deco with Yorp is already here. Shadow spotted, but he's not going to give up his life. And once again, 3D Max have been bulked.
Yeah. And actually really well played from Result there as well, right? So gets his kill, does the damage and drops the bomb, right? Just falls away. Doesn't need to give them a fight for anything. Gravity, very lucky to escape the AWP there, but Maka won't get as lucky. Kenzie will catch him. That's again the bomb dropped in Gravity. He's a known quantity. They've just seen him. No chance in hell, sadly, for him, but the one tap is not bad, dude, at all. The all for Gravity? The answer's no. Lucky beats him at bay. The one tap was nice, but it won't make too much of a difference.
Yeah, another comfortable one for Aurora. Here's that original secret player, and the 2-man spray down from Wrestle. Exorcist was a little bit static there on the trade, didn't give it a crouch, and who knows, maybe that was what changed it. Could have maybe avoided that spray control from Wrestle, but gets a quick headshot with the M4A4. The high fire rate with the A4 looking nice there. Seeing some A4 enjoyers now, of course, come to the fore after the reduction in price from 3.1 to 3 grand. It's not much, but every little helps.
It does.
Seeing the A4 pop up a little bit more often now.
Only the pistols for 3D Max here. So nothing again. Their econ kind of consistently getting shattered. You hate to see it, but they are in a tough spot. Gravity gonna cross. It's the good thing again. Similar thing, right? They constantly kind of giving this outside control. Enzy, double back. Gravity's crossed, so he's down in towards lower. Lackey needs to be careful. Get it through. 1, 2. Make that 3. Oh, Lackey. Beautiful work. So easy. Gift him the frags. He'll take the ecos every day of the week.
This is brilliant from Aurora at the moment. It's not just the fact that 3D Max are looking slow to start this game, it's that every single individual for Aurora has started hot. Wrestle is looking super clean, as we called out for him. He was our player to watch, and he is a great player to watch as well. He's got 3 of his 4 kills in the last couple of rounds, all important ones as well at that. And Lackey holds the line against the fast-moving Pistons. They leap through the smoke, all headshots. Kenzie's been owning outside with his 9-2 start. Norvi hasn't had to do anything yet. Even he's 3-1 though. Every single 3D Max member is on 2 frags apart from Ecstasies.
Yeah, it ain't bad. It ain't bad. If you're Aurora. If you are 3D Max, it is bad, sadly. Flash round. Lackey. Nobody pushing through it. Doesn't give them a fight before the smoke plumes as well. Good discipline from arguably the most experienced member over towards this Aurora side. Of course, is great stint on Entropic, a side who are so feared. I mean, kind of basically a pre-evolution of what Aurora are right now. They were the OG kind of CIS tier 2 animals. Close, Wrestle, gonna get 2. Oh my god, how's he got away with that? Drive-by for Maka, but Lucky takes a hell of a lot of damage in behind.
Lucky pushing forward. Oh, he tries to punish Lucky. I think he knew that he did a lot of damage on that one. But Deco is already in trophy once again. Norvi stops Maka from advancing. It's just Lucky on that 12 HP. He manages to deal with his fellow low HP enemy in Norvi, but Deco and Kenzie, are they about to just swing for a trade here? They're going to just leap their way in on it, and Deco is not taking any prisoners. Winged 5-7 takes the kill, and Aurora have their clean sheet still intact.
I love it. I love it. Why not? This is a side who are in immaculate form, and Wrestle getting 2 out of this is massive. The first, fair enough, but the second, brilliant. So quick from Deco too with that AWP. Every time he's gifted opportunities, he's never going to say no to them. Beautiful work, though. Beautiful work. This sort of a scoreline as well, right? 8-0. Another timeout going to be called here by 3D Max, but we are kind of getting already to the point of potentially too little, too late. This is real rough, real rough. Now, Trav, I don't know if you caught. I know you did call because I told you, but I played a show match.
Yeah.
And played against Kenzie. He is so crisp. So crisp. Obviously, you'd expect this, but he is unbelievably crisp. Low-key try hard at the show match, but
if anyone in chat had round 9 for when Neo was going to bring up his show match appearance on your bingo card, then congratulations.
Yeah. So it has to be made. Has to be made. Your boy's got a HSTV profile right now. No rating, thank God.
Oh, dear.
Show matches don't count as rating anymore. I've been saved by the gods, but Kenzie low-key sweated it out, but he is pretty damn crisp, man. Even a hope and a prayer I couldn't kill him, so. 8-0. Outside again, Hero AK here. Mac is actually trying to face through the smoke. I kind of like this play. Shadow spotted. Oh, they line up as Kenzie gets a double.
Another multi-frag from Kenzie outside.
Told you, man. He is the glue for Nuke.
Yeah, he's loving life. Mac has actually pushed up really far though, and Lackey will get caught. No way you expect Deco with the AWP on that close angle position though. And another advantage for Aurora. Wrestle has spotted out a Deagle of Ecstasy. Lucky has been found out as well. So the rotation will come in from Deco. This HE might do some significant damage. Oh, it's a meaty one. There will be another kill that comes through, but look how low they are. Deco gets his with the sidearm, and Norvi finds his frag as well. This is getting spooky now for 3D Max. It's 9-0. Games can get away from you very quickly on MR12 Counter-Strike, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm right. Pretty damn good, though. Where we're seeing ourselves at the moment, this is a pretty damning performance, right? 9-0. No mistakes we made at all from Aurora. They're playing actually very simple Counter-Strike as well. They're kind of just relying on the fundamentals, not dipping too deep into the strat book or anything in the regard. And D-Max are really in trouble. Norby doesn't even really have to call too difficult of a game. Kenzie goes outside. I said he's the man who's going to make the difference. He will, but Mac will catch him with the orb as he's caught on the reload.
Yeah, finally, Kenzie only gets one. They've limited him, but it's taken 10 rounds to do so. Norby, close box outside the counter at any moment. Oh, it's only a tag through the box from Maka. That must be so frustrating for him. Sees Norby easily, but doesn't take the frag. Another advantage. Results taken. Lucky and Lackey is going to be a fun casting comparison throughout this best of three, but it just adds to the humour, which makes it all very fun. But I'll tell you what's not fun right now, where 3D Max find themselves. Jocko and Ecstasy's 2v4. Lackey put himself in toward that secret position. They seem to be putting themselves in unexpected angles so often. Can Ecstasy's, the one man who's been really showing up for 3D Max, do anything? The answer's no. Deco charges his way in and spins his way out. Aurora are loving life at the moment. Double digits with nothing in response.
Yeah, yikes. I mean, this is tough, dude. This is really, really tough indeed. Yes, Kenzie only gets one kill, but then everybody else steps up. Ecstasy's at least individually kind of cracked, right? You can see the mechanics are still there, but it doesn't make a difference. This is rough. I said earlier, right, as well, Aurora played against Thunderflash. I think it was either a scrim or a face or something. They won 12-0 on the half side. And right now they're on track for it. Oh, Norby gets two for free.
Goodness me, man. This is genuine demolition. This is not like 3D Max have really had many chances either. That's the crazy thing. We had maybe one 2v2. We had the 1v2 that Kenzie won. As soon as Kenzie did win that 1v2 down on the lower side, it seems like nothing has been in 3D Max's advantage ever since. It's actually kind of crazy how Aurora just put their foot down at the moment. Maka will drop down into the vents. We'll take a few shots. Not sure if he got spooked by the dead body, but or was trying to maybe fake some footsteps or something. But he was shifting down, so I'm not sure what the logic was behind shooting there. I'm sure there was something that I'm not smart enough to understand at this particular juncture of the round, but you need to do something a little bit crazy to somehow find some progress in this game. He's gone through the vents now, has Maka. Jocko and Gravity together outside, but they're not exactly healthy. Wrestle spots the first, easy headshot, down to 6 HP himself, but again the damage is significant, and Wrestle knows he doesn't need to fight any longer, just falls away and keeps the man advantage intact. He'll go for another swing because there's a second player coming in through lobby right now. Kenzie finds his 13th kill. They've spotted out Maka as well. Jump spot, frag, perfection from Kenzie. And Aurora, they are certainly not feeling the jet lag at the moment.
Yeah, this side are on fire. 11-0. Oh my god, this is ridiculous. I mean, there's no two ways about it. 3D Max, just to remind you all, listeners, this is their map pick, 3D Max, and they are being decimated. This Aurora side, I mean, this is just ridiculous. They should be jet lagged. They should be a little worse for wear. A little like the freshest side on the server. 3D Max, final round of the half, and have they got anything to offer us?
I was worried about 3D Max's online form coming into this, but I think obviously I was hoping they prepared and had a chance to really step up for Challenger League playoffs, knowing another chance for their Pro League berth once again. But Aurora, maybe knowing it's their best opportunity as well, looks so ready. It's a brilliant flash. Is this something to work with for 3D Max? Kenzie will get nothing this time. They know that they've got Deco locked in that close left position. Lackey's going to try and smoke off the help area to take a clean duel on Deco, but Deco just swings him and says, how dare you? How dare you put out utility when you know where I am? Back into a 4v4. Last round of the half, of course. Can Aurora really get a 12-0? Gravity holding the angle in secret. He's got 3 players coming his way, and he gets his 1-for-1. Jocko on that Galil, all 3 players actually on that Galil remaining. Lackey will now creep forward, and there are 2 players indoor directly ahead of him. Aurora have done such a fantastic job of constricting the map on so many occasions. He's actually going through Hut as well. Doesn't even have a look toward Heaven. He most certainly is, but he can't react to Exorcist. That's good teamwork from 3D Max. And now, he actually have a chance to get the bomb planted with an after plant position in Heaven as well.
It's a tough retake, it really is, but at least they got HP to work with. Resop making a little move. Nothing on offer just yet. Spots the leg. I don't know if he was spotted. I'm going to assume not by the way they're going to set up, and now he's making noise. A little spam going to come through. Norvi, he comes over as well. Should do a good chunk of damage. Does. The spam is not bad either, but they might not confirm this angle. Swing a fine. Time is ticking. Resort will be traded as well as Exorcist tucks himself back into that corner. Norvi sadly doesn't have time, and Aurora will drop the first round, but it doesn't make a difference. Still 11-1 half, and that is a beautiful way to head into the break. Alright, take us in, mate.
Absolute destruction from Aurora. 11 on their CT side and continuing their form from scrims, it seems like today. Absolutely ridiculous. They've given 3D Max just 1 to work with, and surely Aurora can push this over the finish line and take us into Dust2, which is actually a bit more of an unknown, which we'll get into in a little bit. CT set up for 3D Max. Dualies. 3 sets of dualies in play, but already Kenzie looking so sharp with that P250 kicks us off. Thankfully, Maka will respond. 2 guns, nets him 2 kills. Nexus has been spotted out as well. They now know where Norvi is with that bomb. Norvi waits for his teammates to come and help, and they swing together. XSC realizes he should think better of that one and falls back through single door. But 3D Max, for once, do have a man advantage.
Yeah, I feel like it's maybe like the first time where, in a while, they got a man advantage and probably the advantage in the round, too. This is maybe a chance. They're going to go back up towards the top side. Macro waits. He spotted one. He's also been spotted himself. There needs to be careful. Kenzie trying to get him on the side here, and he will. Lovely shot by Norvi. Finds it with that bomb in his back as well. Oh, Norvi. Yeah, IGL leading by example. Bomb will go down. 3v2 post plant for the Aurora side.
Ridiculous, man. Whether it's Lackey IGLing or Norvi IGLing, both of the times that's been a stint of this roster's history, because they've both had great fragging stints, and Norvi is showing it once again. He gets another kill, make that 3, and Deco helps out for the last with the P250. Every single thing that could have feasibly gone Aurora's way in this game has. And it actually is crazy when you think back to that first half, that 2v1 that 3D Max had on the lower side, that Kenzie managed to recover, winning the 1v2 clutch. Since then, Aurora have never looked back. That was the chance for 3D Max to get themselves into the game. They didn't, and Aurora have shut the door ever since.
Yeah, absolutely ridiculous what we're seeing right now. 12-1. And probably the last hurrah in this map, 3D Max. Talk about a bad way to start things off here. There is no two ways about it. Kind of insane. Either way, though, maybe a chance, right? Double Deagle, double MP9 Scout. It's not the worst buy in the world.
And it's in these sort of situations where if you're 3D Max, you actually really want to put a few rounds on the board here, because you're still going to feel like borderline cold, I feel like, at this point. Like, you've been completely shut out on your T side, and you need to just get some sort of foothold in the game. Aurora, they'll be wanting to get it done with as quickly as possible to not give 3D Max that foothold and to not put themselves under any more stress in a game for no reason. Jocko, though, beautiful crosshair placement. We'll just delete Lackey from the equation, and Deco is feeling so confident he's got a T-side XM, not a CT side one, a T-side one, and he's just leaping his way in. He's loving life, and he'll destroy Maka. This is exactly what I want to see from players like Deco. Jiggle peek headshot on Lucky. What is he doing? The XM, well, it's the best gun in CS2 for a reason. Goodness me.
Oh, man, that is ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. 16-6, Deco.
Another one.
Go on, I'm sure he gets these one more. I'm sure of it. Around the corner, dead man walking. Yeah, no chance. No chance. Last man of Jocko. Good luck, sunshine.
Even if you butter him up by calling him the nicest prefixes possible, sunshine isn't going to work, and nothing is going to work for 3D Max in that game. Aurora absolutely destroyed them on their pick of Nuke. And now it gets ridiculously interesting. We kind of thought 3D Max might take this one. We thought they'd go into Dust2 with Aurora needing to take a map they don't play that much or haven't played that much since its inception. Well,
yeah, exactly. When you have the XM, the 2 kills at the end, that just shows the BM as well, right? 3D Max, that was rough. Nobody going positive over towards that side really tells a big story. Jocko and Lucky, 4 kills apiece for both of them. With Jocko having a 0.37 rating, it's tough, man. It's even worse than what I got on the show match. So, that you really do hate to see it. We're heading in towards Dust2. 3D Max will be starting on that CT side. Let's see, Trav. I don't know, man. There's absolutely nothing I can sit with here and sit about kind of positively.
Yeah, but you know what? New map, new surroundings. We'll have to see whether it changes things. It is a very different map, of course, of Dust2. Let's see if they can recover. Gravity will miss an opening few shots, trying to duck and dive behind back flat box, but he's not going to be allowed to get away. Deco will take that one, and Maka knows he has to answer back quickly because B-site Dust2, one of the hardest to retake. Why has Lackey just ran through the window? I don't know. I am not sure that was necessary whatsoever, and that could mean it spirals slightly for Aurora. Norvi's now in a clutch, and they know exactly where he is. All three players running him down, and I will question why Lackey has given his life up in the way he did there. Maybe he was worried about tunnels, maybe he didn't want to change position, wanted to go aggressive instead, but it definitely gave 3D Max the opportunity to re-entry that site.
Yeah, a little weird, isn't it, right? In that post plant, he's getting a little bit giddy, little, I don't know, sort of indecisive in terms of what he wants to do there, lacking a lot of that discipline. And actually, you know, when I look towards the Messinomatic, the land we were just at, when Brain actually ended up breaking his leg and kind of had to go to hospital and whatnot, they lacked a lot of discipline without him, and it was kind of tough, right? You could see them really falling apart. So I think maybe it's one of those things, they've had a good map number one, and so easy for them. So maybe the discipline kind of gone out the window a little bit to start off the round. I think maybe that might be a bit of a wake-up call, that you actually can't give 3D Max that much respect. They will cause some problems.
Yeah, without a doubt. And mentioned, of course, with that plant coming through being $600 now if you lose the round rather than $800. Well, you know that utility is usually a little bit more limited, but they have brought up Deagles instead to afford some of that utility, and they've got Norvi on an AK and Wrestle on a Galil with Deco on his glass cannon scout. So in all the Dust 2s I have covered since its reintroduction to the pool, the scout has been very, very prevalent and very dangerous on a number of the top pros in the scene. So looking forward to seeing how Deco make use of it. It can turn rounds, just a singular scout to open up a site, even if you've just got pistols to surround it. But this time you've got an AK and a Galil to surround it. So let's see.
In fact, this glass cannon as well is kind of hilarious. Very risky inherently. Oh, Norvi. Bad Time Turner is back around there. Gravity gets a freebie of a kill and falls away, right? Doesn't need to stick around for an overfight. CT Smoke going to come through. Gravity going to be tested in just a second or so, I say. Dressel doubles away.
Oh, the AK has not had much luck in this round. Poison Chalice, perhaps. It's got caught twice over. It could be caught for a second time as well. Yes, it will. Deco, it's a brilliant shot with a scout, but Exorcist is still here and calmly bursts away to take the frag. Well done to 3D Max in this round. 8 seconds. Lackey knows he needs to go down here. He's trying to do some more damage. There's a jumping MP9 to face as well. 2 seconds. And they're waiting to kill him after time here. Actually, 3D Max have played that to perfection. Lackey has $50 in the bank going into the next round. That is the perfect outcome.
Yeah, I mean, that is basically as good as it gets, right? And now there's even a question mark of do you force it again? It looks like by the investment of the scout there by Deco, they will. Yeah, 3D Max starting well, it has to be said, in towards Dust 2. And kind of a tough round. Deco, no armor. Gets spammed down at the end there, and Lackey, yeah, like you mentioned, dying off the time. It's a tough way to go. Aurora, they are going to semi kind of buy around this. Deco's gone for glass cannon scout again.
Yeah.
All armor, but opts against it. Lackey has nothing, sadly.
Bit of a deco with the scout. Yeah, it's another weird one, but they're going to have some form of weaponry in this next round, and they're not going to be opposed to going to Galils, of course. So no worries. Give you a little bit of an update of where the bracket is shaping up right now, of course. Rush B, the CIS mixed team, has taken the first map off of Saw in the upper bracket. Kind of insane.
Wow.
And put Saw on a bit of a pressure now, otherwise they'll be dropping down to that lower bracket. In the lower bracket, Monty have won the first map off of Paravision. That's Paravision's first game with Alpha, I believe, instead of Jerry.
Yeah.
Of course, the IGL stepping aside, being benched, sadly. And 9 Pandas with their new IGL, Shalfie, well, they've lost the first map to Sangal. So, yeah, really interesting how this is panning out at the moment. Aurora, probably the only favourite to have, alongside Monty, to have taken the opening map thus far.
That new look Sangal, I've got to say as well, by the way, they're kind of cooking. They've been putting out some decent results. What's cooking here as well is Maka. Ecstasy's backside, nice and simple. Eagle. Also fall as well. 3-0, 3D Max, much better start. They're already done better than Nuke, so you can't complain, really. All that you ask is improve off the back of what we just saw, or kind of lack thereof seeing on your own map pick. And they're coming towards Dust 2, and it's a little bit more of a simpler, puggier map, and Well, so far, so good. All you can ask them is that. Now there will be a full buy coming through. And again, you know, unfortunately for Lackey, he has actually got an AK dropped over towards him. The only dip in terms of what they take is a little bit less util. Lackey has none. And that could go for the scout again.
Yeah, but that's something that Pressure from Gravity just about recovers the spray, and Nobby will get caught off guard, but Lucky is caught trying to traverse his way up the box back onto the site, and Lucky will take advantage of that, and Aurora will hold W off the back of that. It's a great incendiary, actually. That pushes Kenzie further forward. So much damage being done. Finally, Lucky helps out on Ecstasies, and he finds Gravity through the corner of the smoke as well. But Maka, he's gone through the smoke and gets 2! A ridiculous shot with the orb and a 1 dig to follow it up. And now Deco is up against Jocko. Tries to spam in through the CT smoke, but the Glock can't finish it off, and Jocko takes the kill. What a wild few moments there between these two.
Yeah, individual brilliance there from Maka. Had a really good start to this map as well. 7-2 he finds himself, which is not too shabby. Take a look at this replay again. I mean, kind of a ridiculous round where it looked so positive for Aurora and it slips away, and how Maka even gets yet another is kind of insane. He never should be given that sort of luxury. Brilliant, brilliant one in total. And he'll start again. Lackey gonna get caught early. Maka is feeling himself now.
When Maka has a game, he usually does have a game. There's no middle ground with him. It's either slightly below average or absolutely pop off. And that pop off with the AWP there, pushing through that smoke and getting the immediate 1 dig off the back of the AWP frag was absolutely perfect. And Deco, well, he's not giving up this scout in this game so far. He's been very happy to continue to have it pretty much every round but the pistol. And sadly, can't make it work this time. Again, it is a bit of a half investment around it all, so Aurora will be able to buy properly next round. But Maka, 9-2 start. Jocko yet to die after winning that 1v1 in the previous. What if 3D Max just won this map 13-1? Wouldn't that be funny?
That would, yeah. That would be kind of weird. Oh, Norby, though. Better ideas. Cost the game earlier today where it was a 3-mapper, but every map was 13-4. That felt a little bit weird.
Too fast.
Yeah. It was still like a sub 2-hour series. Well, oh my god, the bomb will go down. Which I guess is the positive for Aurora, but very nearly getting denied there by Lucky at the tail end. Gets 2 kills to his name. It's going to be 3D Max 5-0. They're on for something here.
Yeah, nicely done by 3D Max on the CT side, which is often very much the harder side on Dust2 as well. One thing I like about what 3D Max did there is I know it's against pistols, I know it's not against like a worrying buy, so they know that one player is occupied with planting the bomb, so while they know that's the case, they go in as a group against the other 2 who have their guns drawn, not the 3. So it's a smart timing to do it for 3D Max. It looks wild, but actually it does make a lot of sense. And they get away with it to bolster their cash ever further. Deco finally has an AWP and not a scout. But can he make it sing?
That is the big question, isn't it? The answer is yes, mate. Yeah, he can. He's doing alright, actually. Maka getting caught. Finally getting dropped as well. Maka's been so important, so having him out the service, huge. Lucky. Yeah,
hello.
Dead. Nade and the AK bullet. Could have gone worse, really.
Yeah, and Lucky is just having a whale of a time. Gets 2 more kills. Jocko is about to flank out Kenzie, and it's actually a bit spooky how similar this early stage is to Nuke. It was Aurora who was so dynamic on their CT side, continuing to give 3D Max no space at all when they were on their offense on Nuke. And at the moment on Dust2, it's kind of the exact polar opposite, the exact carbon copy, but for 3D Max instead. And Ressalt's been spotted out as well. He's off to save, or at least try to. I think he's going to be stopped.
I think you're right. I think you are probably right. Result. Bye-bye. 6-0. What is happening here? What is this series? Nothing really seems to be making any sense. But on each other's map picks, they are dominant. On their own, all over the shop. Aurora looking so dicey. And it goes back to what we were kind of talking about, Chad, I think, in the veto. We were looking at this and we were saying, there is inherently a bit of a risk here for Aurora in the sense that, while 3D Max are 0 for 3 on this map, Aurora are 1 for 3. They're not really played a hell of a lot. They're not exactly the cleanest of Dust2 sides going, so you get a little concerned.
Exactly. I mean, it's exactly what I was sort of talking about before, and what we were mentioning at the beginning of the series. Like you say, it's it could have been a different option chosen for Aurora. They could have gone elsewhere. They could have gone to a more favourable place for them, a place where they've had more experience on, rather than the new old Dust2.
Yeah.
New into the pool, but same old map. And even though it's been out of the pool for not really that many years, there's going to be a lot of pros, of course, who won't have played that many officials on it. So it is interesting how it's going to pan out. And as we said, Aurora happy to pick into an opponent weakness rather than their own strength. And right now, they're getting slightly caught off guard.
Yeah, they're being battered right now. We need to see them, in my opinion, probably get at least 4 rounds on this T side. Give themselves a chance, and just maybe there might be a C. Might need a trade here as well, because Maxton's been caught. Wrestle, does he expect one up close? I don't know if he will. Because of how late it was for Maka to come in, I don't know if Wrestle's going to expect this. Flash in the corner, he did, but he will get caught.
Yeah, I mean, Wrestle knows that Ecstasy's there has one of the biggest shadow advantages possible in that position, so he tries to go a little bit wacky with it, with the timing, for a flash and peek with the flash, try and clear him out of the corner. I respect the plan. Not sure necessarily it was needed at that moment in the round, however. Either way. Ecstasy's with that AWP now picked up from Maka. Lucky making his way up Xbox to join up with his teammates. Long lurk for Norvi is still in play, but Ecstasy's with that recovered AWP. And look at Lucky playing this tight angle on that headshot position. Thankfully for Aurora, flashes are pretty decent. And Norvi, oh, that was the all-important kill. He can't finish his dinner. And Ecstasy's checking towards short and back toward long. Grabs it at the last second. And the flank from Gravity takes the last frag comfortably. What the hell is this series? Kenzie was destroying everyone on Nuke. He outside Nuke is one of his favourite positions. I think Dust2 might not be his favourite place to be. He's 0-7 and 3D Max are 7-0 up.
Yeah. Oh, man. Right now, Kenzie very much knowing Owen. 0-7. It's not looking too good for him. Mack is having still a field day as well, but Deco with the scout still keeping his name in the hat. He sees Deco individually is looking pretty good. He's kind of still keeping them a bit afloat, but it's still 7-0 down. They are in a lot of trouble. Gravity can pick up that all. He's going to get away.
Gravity. Ooh. Oh, I saw Deco line that up above the smoke, the X-ray. And Gravity gets caught off guard. Deco, that's a second deletion for him on this round. I told you he loves the scouts, and this is his most success with it so far. Norvi, another long flank. He's just being a nuisance right now. He could have got a kill, but it's baiting them into the damage being done by Kenzie and Lackey. And it looks like on a weird buy, they're actually going to find a way to win this one very, very comfortably. Jocko is being forced away. Wrestle is going hunting. And jumps across into the angle, eventually takes the kill. Free AK, free weaponry for everyone on Aurora. And a free AWP as well. Now they have a chance to work their way back into this half.
Well, it's better than nothing. It took 3D Max so long to get there first, and you know, they weren't able to do anything with it. Like I said, for Aurora, if you get 4 rounds, the way things have started, I think it's okay, right? I think they may be giving themselves a chance. Second attack pause will be called here by Aurora, and Brain will get on the mic. But, yeah, man. Gonna have to see. I mean, this is a really difficult kind of spot they find themselves in, where, yes, they're finding these little bits of success, but the rounds are looking great. They're all over the shop, and I don't know. So not convinced about Aurora's Dust2 just yet. It was, quote-unquote, meant to be a punish pick towards 3D Max, but it looks anything but right now, and that's the risk, right? I always think you should kind of pick for yourself rather than picking against your opponent.
Yeah, sometimes you've got to prioritize your own game. But, of course, the significant bolster of the money they've just received from winning that round. What's happened there? The smoke. He just threw a smoke at his teammate and smoked CT spawn. Interesting.
Just in
missed
case
it, obviously,
they
for the
no-clip
cross. Yeah, for the cross, and completely missed. That's very awkward. But anyway, yeah, the money that has been picked up by Aurora by winning on a half buy in the previous, they have a chance to maybe put their foot down slightly now and get back into this game. But although they still have the buy, the Max decide to break down, and once again they're pinching in mid. I love this aggression that 3D Max is showing on this map. Sort of mid-round aggression that Aurora are just not expecting. They're trying to set up, and 3D Max aren't letting them.
Tough again, number disadvantage. At the very least, if Deco's alive, I have a bit of faith. And a really good map, number 1. What are you going to find, though, for Lucky? Lucky finds Lucky, and... well, that might start at the beginning of the end of this one. That might be Aurora fanning around, and then now just calling for potentially even a save. I mean, they have a bit of money, so you can maybe say, is it even worth saving? But 2v4, I don't know if this is even doable.
Well, it's Deco, after all. Even on low HP, he does have the AWP, but he's going to have to win the duel on Maka, playing an elevator, and Maka is well set up for that one. Norvi, they know he's there as well, and they certainly will now. Norvi tries to force Maka into the open. It certainly does. Norvi trying his best to tap away, and if he somehow tapped the player in spawn, and then the player on short, then that actually would have given him a chance. He was very close, but not in this universe, and 3D Max will put the blushes of that previous round behind them. Hit straight back. The instant rebuttal to give Aurora no hope of getting at least a 7-5. It's an 8-4, their best hope now.
Yeah, and I think even that really does feel pretty damn unlikely. This Aurora side, this Dust2 is, I think, one to go back towards the training camp with. They are on boot camp, which is a good thing, but this one needs to be very heavily red. Lucky's full blind. Somehow going to get a little blocker there. Norby will trade one. Somehow, some way, Aurora have walked away with this round of all 3 kills we didn't see them.
Can just be the way sometimes. Gravity and Maka, Deco. Gravity has to go looking for something there in a disadvantageous situation, try and make some magic happen, but not to be, despite the position that Maka finds himself in. It's not going to be enough. Aurora have the A site. Bomb plant can come through, and they're going to get at least a second.
It's better than nothing. There's a chance. There's a world. But... oh, Maka. It's been spotted. Yeah, Deco, it's not worth it, mate. You ain't got the money to buy back into another one. So, just go and save over towards pit. You can allow Maka to keep hold of what he's got. They don't actually have a hell of a lot of money, though, over towards 3D Max. They have been obviously putting up so many rounds in arrears, but they are still actually having to dip quite deep in towards their pockets. Maka making a little move here. Ring around the roses. Deco spots him. His shot as well. Deco holding, and he's a lucky man still be alive. The bank will come through. Norvi will see off Maka. No saved AWP, and they can't buy back into it, which is the main thing, because Lucky has enough money and all the rest. But yeah, like I said, you know, they still are taking a little bit of a hit in terms of the econ. 3D Max, that CT side, it can be brutal.
It certainly can. I think the early looks on Dust2, with it being re-added into the pool, has made the map look pretty T-sided. But if you build up your money early and get AWPs in play, and even maybe get a secondary in play as well, it can be very hard to break through that on Dust2 on the T side. Especially when you've got good AWPers on the other side as well.
True.
But yeah, it's been a weird series so far. Domination from both teams, just on the opposite maps. 8-2 for 3D Max. Chance for at least an 8-4, like I said. They could even make it 10-2 still. They have Macazor still available. And looks like Aurora are deciding to finally turn up the pace. It's only Jocko with an 9 ready and raring to go, but that's a bomb near car already. And that's going to waste a lot of time off the clock. The nade to the smoke almost sets up Jocko for another. But not this time. Maka will manage to deal with Deco to the corner of that broken open smoke. And now 3 versus 3. Kenzie. It's the second kill of the game, and they're going to try and stop them before they can even set up. But this is what I love to see from 3D Max. They're going to try their best, but now it's a standoff. Exorcist versus Norvi, and a little jiggle peek from Norvi to try and gauge where Exorcist has moved to. But Exercise hadn't budged, and he hits the immediate headshot. Great win for Exorcist, and another great play from 3D Max on the B-bomb side.
Oh, man. Just when you thought there was maybe a chance, and again, 3D Max in these kind of situations, in any time there's been, you know, maybe a conversation about Aurora, it's just not going their way. 9-2. Third and final attack pause being used here by Aurora. Very much a last hurrah at the tail end of the half. Don't get a third. I don't think it's really possible. But even with a third, I don't even know it's possible. It would require a miraculous recovery to get back in towards this game. Being in a 9-2 deficit. Realistically, I feel like we're talking about Anubis here. But we kind of expected we were getting 3 maps anyway.
Just not in this fashion.
Tackle's done. I'm gonna go back underway. But yeah, very weird situation at the moment where yeah, this game is sort of just all over the place, right? There's no two ways about it. Oh, Maka,
wow.
Just so aware. Deco gets caught napping.
The pathing of how Maka moved up mid there was insane. He's going to miss what looked like an easy shot and an easy follow-up as well, so he will get punished for that. And Wrestle taking Exorcist as well toward long, as you can see. They've managed to traverse their way up now. They need to try and break open that cross smoke. Jocko has to advance forward, but Lucky's been removed, so it's only Jocko and Gravity together. They're going to swing together, but Kenzie's doing a great job. Wow, well, he gets 1.9 of them. 11 HP left on Gravity. And this is not going to be a 3D Max round. Aurora have found a way to scrounge 3 here, but it's been a struggle. They're going to go onto their CT half of Dust2. Looking to try and recover, but 3D Max in a great position to possibly take it to Anubis. We're going to clear out Gravity. Nice clear from Lucky. Even though Gravity takes 1, that is all he gets. And we do get that 9-3, but 3D Max very much in control as we head to our halftime break. Well then, it's been a bit of a topsy-turvy game when it comes to the number stats. That's where it feels like every single game I've done lately has not gone the way of the paper stats on HLTV and in our minds. But, well, on the server, it's at least has made it pretty entertaining. Aurora, brilliantly dynamic CT side on Nuke. Brilliant Nuke overall. They win it 13-1. They go into a map of Dust2 against 3D Max. 3D Max having not won it once yet. And although it's not necessarily a great Aurora map, we thought it would be a bit closer than this. 3D Max 9-3 up on their T side. And looking to try and take us to a decider. Maka has a utility, the couple of flashes and the smoke. And Aurora, they have some positioning as well, with Deco on with his HE picked up, flash on Lackey, Dooley's on Kenzie. And it's a bit more of a slower play from 3D Max. They're going to wait until about a minute 20 in the round before they traverse up Catwalk. Little do they know they're going to a 3-man stack, and Jocko just been absolutely deleted by a USP and a nade.
Yikes. Oh, tapping away. Resso going to get one more, and Kenzie will answer the Julies. A really, really slow start to this game. Kenzie was 0-7 at one point, but they're going to get a double here, and Lucky will see it off. Aurora, fine first blood here in towards the CT, and, well, game's not over just yet, right? Yes, it was a 9-3, but you know how things are, right? They can very quickly come back in your favor. Still, not the end of the world for 3D Max. They've got plenty of rounds in arrears, so don't need to worry just yet.
Very often we see this strat on T side of Dust2, even when you're on full eco. Buy up a scout, try and do as much damage possible with it. No one else will buy anything, because everyone else can then buy. And the person who bought up the scout, well, it's no big deal, because he can still get full utility with whatever he chooses to buy up. We can see it coming in right now. Let's see, there we go. He buys up another scout. It's very similar to what Deco did in the T half for Aurora. But immediate conversion for Aurora, and they're within 4. And who knows, if they can win their bonus by now with the MP9 and the FAMAS, this could get very interesting.
Yeah, maybe we'll start on a conversation. Hello. Gravity finds Kenzie, Jocko finds Lackey, and we are back to normality of 3D Max farming here on Dust2. Start for them, nice and simple, nice and easy. I mean, Trav, you can't really complain.
Yeah, very difficult to recover, and oh, that flash is actually super annoying. Lucky survives, but so does Norvi. Deco. I'm going to keep giving this one a look, and he's got plenty of utility to use, so I understand why, but I definitely prefer a double M4 save here. I'm going to use that utility he does have to try and at least take down a player with what he had, but decides best of that to fall away. However, problem is Exorcist is looking to cut them off. He's playing this one quite smartly. Oh, head just spotted at the last second. Good clear by Result. And Aurora should be allowed to save because, of course, 3D Max need to prioritise building up their own money. They have a player close along already. That's Maka with a scout just holding it for now next to the car. So that's fine. But I get the impression that we're going to keep 6 players alive in this round.
Yeah, gone the wrong way anyway, so I think you are right. We max double digits. Couple of the rounds of Aurora still. And, well, now, again, we got to look towards what they've got in the locker. Thankfully, they can kind of buy back into it. It's fine. Norvi has to get one dropped over, but bar that, it's fine, right? Econ still built up over towards Aurora, but 3D Max needs 3 rounds away from pushing us towards that Anubis. There is an inherent kind of concern here that this one could be going all 3 and probably will go all 3 regardless of what Aurora showcase right now from us, because they haven't given us a hell of a lot to work with. Towards long. Comes down Exorcist. Burn a little bit. You crossing towards pit as well.
Must-win round for Aurora. Line-up crosshair there for Deco, getting it absolutely right. Pop in towards short, and guess what? It is absolutely right. Gravity now will be falling to his doom. 13-9 for him so far, but out of this round with a brilliant little setup there from Aurora on the A site. He's put himself in an interesting position as well. The barrel's on the corner of the catwalk on the elbow. Does work out for a kill on Jocko. Nice off angles being used by Aurora here, and it's working out for them. 5 versus 3. X6 is having to make his way out long solo. Now he is solo. Down to 7 HP. And Kenzie, well, he's very stuck, but the problem is he should be absolutely fine. It's a problem for 3D Max. They're both incredibly low. Both kills taken. Kenzie with 3. Don't forget Kenzie was 0 and 7 in this game. Now he's got 9 kills on the board, so good little recovery.
Yeah, not bad. Not going to complain with that one at all, but even still, this game still will require a lot of Aurora to get back into it. But it's better than nothing, and I think 3D Max understand that we are seeing at least enough out of Aurora that could kind of be a cause for concern. Hence why they're going to go for their second tag pause. Just take a little breather, have a little conversation. Is that one looming thing of they're already a map down to a pretty, woeful display, and do need to be a little careful. 24 rounds, that's what, realistically, we're talking about a kind of 2 full buys, maybe a third kind of force. Before you know it, this game could be tied up. You have to know there's a big risk there. Tackle's done. Full buys out both ways. Jocko can only pick up Tech 9, sadly. Could still be doable, potentially. The late spawn over towards long, so Wrestle can't really fight this all too well. Will stick around, though, for the engagement, and actually is going to be given the control.
Yeah, only one player toward long right at the moment for Aurora. That is Wrestle. He's got plenty of utility to keep them at bay toward that position. Plenty of smokes, as you can see on the map right now. And playing really close to it as well, and be waiting for a fade. That is always very dangerous. A spray could come straight through that and just bonk him out of the rounds. Kenzie playing his lineup with the HEs, of course. The ones in toward lower tunnels on a timing, and the ones up toward catwalk from CT. Famous for getting so much damage done. It was Alexi who stacked those nades in an entire map and got like 900 HE damage or something. Gravity, though, that's a big opening. Unfortunately, he's not going to expect Wrestle up so close from that long area. 3 players to face, and Jocko will tap him down. Deco and Lackey are both here. They're going to face together. Lackey needs to step up, and he absolutely will. Deco going down for free, but now it is the 2 that I mentioned on Nuke. It's a Lackey versus Lucky 1v1, and Lackey is so low. Lucky is going to move forward, but does he check the close right? He's convinced he's still toward long, and that might give Lackey the round. Oh no! The HP was a massive misplay, I should say, between the 2, and well, I thought for sure Lucky was going to take that, but the other L takes the L.
In that high pressure moment as well, just not clear on that close right hand side. I don't really blame him though as well. Lackey made an immediate move to tuck himself in towards that box off the back of the fight too, and that's where things did give themselves some control. I think he was expecting him to have actually gone deep long. Wasn't to be. No bomb plant 3D Max means no buy. I mean, Aurora should get an 8th here. There's a really good chance now, and Deco keeps up things well through the smoke fights too. Oh, beautiful work from the AWPer.
Now this is getting interesting. 10-8 is only 3 kills away. Lucky and Lucky have had their very much anticipated 1 versus 1. And now Lucky has a chance to do some more fragging. He's going to push forward with the M4A4. All the kills are stolen from him. No worries. They survive with all 5 alive. 3 kills for Deco. Great bolster to their money. And Aurora, despite being down 9-3 at the half, are within touching distance now.
Let's see. Let's see. 10-8. What have we got? This gun round kind of means everything for 3D Max if they want to keep this control over the game. Lose this, and I don't know. We could be under a lot of pressure here on the cross. Bit of a tag. Kenzie, they're still alive, and he's sticking around for a fight. He's got some support too. Him and Resso seem to go aggro here. And Deco doing the same. Big move. Should get a kill in just a second. Wait, free. Will do. Orchestrated. Second. Oh, beautiful from Jocko.
Yeah, and Jocko can have rounds like this, can't he? He's a very sort of streaky player. Sometimes he can just go absolutely wild and string those headshots together. And now there's a great opportunity for 3D Max just to put a little stop to this mini Aurora comeback. Kenzie playing close mid. Not going to hear, of course, 3D Max shifting away back toward upper tons. It might all be down on Norvi here. He doesn't have any utility left. And it's an angle on B. It's going to be very tough for him to deliver more than one kill. He's going to see the utility come over and he's going to be calling for reinforcements ASAP. We've got a mid-rotator in Kenzie. Does this molly spread? It certainly does. But as I said, he only gets a one. That is certainly a one-for-one angle. That's exactly how it plays out. Wrestle has a kit, but by the fact he's picked up the AWP, I think we know what's happening here. Unless Kenzie finds a kill in the next, well, 10 seconds, they are definitely saving, and I think Wrestle was already committed to it.
Yeah, I think he's basically calling it already. Kenzie might stick around here for exits, and he actually potentially might be given a couple here. I don't know if you're 3D Max, if you want to attempt exiting out via mid, but either way, they're probably going to have to fight, regardless of where they go. They go out towards tunnels. Kenzie should get one. If they go mid, that's also should have a chance. If they can save backside, I didn't actually realize you can save that close. Maybe you can. Make sure you're full HP. You should be okay. And yeah, you actually don't even take that much damage. Fair enough.
That's something.
You die and ramp, but on Dust2 you can be on the side and you're fine.
You can die in secret. Ancient, you can die seemingly in the corner of CT spawn. Like, yeah. It's like wherever you go on Ancient, you seem to get taken down by the bomb. Deco super aggressive in this round and got caught off guard with just a 1-for-1 this time. Aurora couldn't recover off the back of it. But yeah, I do think that's one of the few things that will need to be changed. They increase the radiuses on all the other maps, of course, but then Dust2 has been reintroduced and they haven't really changed much on it since. So being able to survive on car and keep your guns alive when your players are 100 health, well, that's a little bit much, I think. Something to look into for the future. You do take a lot of damage to your armor, though, of course, which is something to keep an eye on. I've seen a number of occasions where a T player staying alive for a long time, taking so much damage to the bomb, has actually just removed their Kevlar entirely, and they go into the next round with no armor, not realizing it's been deleted. But let's see. It's now going to be a very interesting round, because look how far Gravity has got up toward B. This is now borderline impossible for Norvi. He's stuck between a rock and a hard place, and, well, the hard place takes him down. That's lucky, and that's going to be round over, and 3D Max might have just found the key to a third map decider here.
Yeah, I think we are now more or less confirmed going 3. Deco gets dinked. Lucky man still be alive there. Dinked by an AK in the corner of that wall. Don't get any luckier than that. I don't even give them the luxury of saving. You kind of have money to work with here if you're 3D Max. Why not? Absolutely looking, swing in the corner. Bye-bye, Kenzie. I think that kind of sums things up. Rest sold. He'll be traded. Last man is not a Deco. And I think it's only a matter of time before he falls here. Fighting for his life. Can't hit the shots. Nothing saved, nothing gained. And that is 3D Max up to 12. Map point for them. And your opponent's map pick. And yeah, that Anubis now really does open the doors to a real conversation, which I'm sure we'll get to very soon.
Yeah. We did kind of expect to get to Anubis, but not in this fashion and not in this method. One of the fastest map ones, with Aurora giving up just the one round to 3D Max on 3D Max's map pick of Nuke. But it looks like 3D Max are going to hit straight back. We questioned Aurora picking into a weakness of their opponent rather than their own strength. Dust2 is still a little bit of an unknown quantity, not just between these two teams, but in general. Deco need to answer back in this one. It's a good opening find on Gravity, and he manages to fall away as well. Aurora, it's only 4, I say only, in a row that they'd need for overtime. And Deco looks to still try and make something happen. The reason he keeps getting because of Kenzie's position with the SMG. But now he needs to crouch away, gets a reload off, needs another kill, and he manages to run down Lucky nicely. That's going to relax things slightly. Maka gets a nice little headshot, but Lucky is pushing up very close towards short, but not going for the instant trade. So Maka has been given a slight chance in this one. Nice little jump spot there from Norby. Keeping inside of the window boxes to try and catch a glimpse if Maka is still in mid, and they'll know that for sure now once they see that. And now Lucky will know that the rifle has been picked up, so a little bit more spooky for Aurora. Maka started this game very strong, of course. I think he was like 9-2 at one point. He's cooled off a little bit since then. But Norby, oh, he spotted him out, but it's a 5-7 at range. He's trying to waste as much time as possible, and Maka will take that kill in the end. Norby trying to jiggle him out. Not going to work, and Maka is on for the ace to win this map, and he's only going to find it. Wow, 3D Max. Well, they were going to probably win this map anyway, but in the fashion they did, with Maka finding all 5 on the final round there. That is tasty, and we will be going to Anubis.
Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous as well. I mean, it kind of felt inevitable. We were like 6-7-1 up and saying, yeah, this already feels like it's done. There was a day for 3D Max then, because I lost Dust2 on it as well. Yeah,
I mean, that VP Prodigy roster has been making some progress as of late. I think they made ESCA Advanced Playoffs. They made the semi-finals of a CCT as well. And yeah, they've got some talented players. I think Dennis Era and Dawushka, somebody as well comes, or something, sorry. Okay, there you go, got them mixed up. Comes to mind pretty quickly. Some good players on there, but 3D Max will be expected to win that game, and they have not been winning many games they should have been winning lately as well, which is tough for them. But anyway, it's the first series, of course, in the upper bracket playoffs for ESL Challenger League, and we get a third map decider. It's Anubis, it's 3D Max, and it's Aurora as well. Very much looking forward to this. It could be a bit of a brawl to see who goes through to that next round.
Lucky, up close, Julies, they have one, 2, we'll get it as well. You can't give Julies a space to isolate fights, because Lucky, he'll tear some heads off. That's a 3v5 already.
Oh, Lucky. Only gets the one. Norby while half blind. Manages to get a quick trade. And there's the P50 from Kenzie. Looking to tap down another, but there's just too many players to find. And Maka's playing a pretty naughty angle as well. That makes the head very hard to hit. So, 3D Max, good start on the pistol. You can see a replay of how it all went down here. Lucky, good crosshair placement on those first 2. And that really set them up for the round. Duels are just so hard to get past. It's kind of weird to have a gun that is a specialist on one particular round. Even the Mac 10s and MP9s can be used in gun rounds, but yeah, the Dual Elite is very much a pistol round only weapon, and they work out so often.
So this sort of round here for Aurora, they have gone for a force with upgraded pistols being brought to the fray, but still is inherently a round that should be against them. Sometimes these Tech 9s can get pretty active. They can get something to work at. I don't know if I back them against what is a pretty comfortable buyout from Max. Aurora, they can move in through mid here. Open up. Probably the right way to play this. On this sort of lower buy, just try and hope you can overwhelm a fight here. Pick up a rifle, and maybe there's something to work with.
Yeah, the full investment from Aurora to give 3D Max any space early, and Lucky is switched to utility at a very poor time. Norby swings him, and now it's Ecstasy's FAMAS to try and answer back. He's done well to get one. He's actually wasting a good amount of time off the clock here. Really good job from Ecstasy. He's made the FAMAS look like $1 million. Gets himself another kill. And now they're going to team up toward the last player of Wrestle. Gravity takes both those as well. French players with a French gun. Maybe it's meant to be.
Oh, it is. Oh, it is. 2-0. 3D Max showcasing, as we foreshadowed, forewarned all the rest, they Trav, just how good they can be when they get going. On a map like this, they're very difficult to stop. And this is where we inherently are just a little bit concerned. You get a bit worried for Aurora. That was a force fight, unsuccessful. Get a few good pistols again here, but nothing really to be all too scared about. 2-0 start though. Really Max should get 3 here, and that's already the CT sides go. Not the worst sort of position to find yourself in.
Deco for Aurora. They have the capability of hitting shots, that's for sure, but with no Kevlar on any of the 5. Not sure how much they'll be able to work out here. Aurora have been in a spree of qualifying for events this year.
It's true.
Online qualifiers, kind of try and do what 9 did, of course, the year previous. They really were the team that were owning in those tier 2 online qualifiers and made so much progress on LAN. But Aurora, it's progress on LAN that they have not got yet. And ESL Pro League is certainly a big old LAN. And that is what they want to get to. They might see this bracket as probably their next most comfortable opportunity to make Season 20 of Pro League. They've got Yongshipping, which will give a slot, of course, but that's a stacked event. And in this event, they've got a lower bracket just in case they lose here. So that is why they'll probably be thinking that's a great opportunity for them. But Exercise is stopping these Eagles. First point of call. Nice swing on the last. He'll tap through the smoke for his first kill as well. It'll burst. And 3D Max have built up their money very nicely early doors.
Yeah, so far, so good. However, looks like we might be heading in towards a little tech pause here. Hopefully nothing too bad, but so far not the start here you'd want at all for the Aurora roster. They are just kind of getting overwhelmed. These fights have been inherently so simple, so easy. Everyone's buying is the only issue. That makes me assume that maybe it isn't the Aurora side. Maybe it's 3D Max taking the tech pause here. All of Aurora have bought. Yeah, 3-0, 3D Max. Pretty nice spot to find yourself in. Buy going to come through in just a second as well. When we're looking at this and saying, for Aurora, don't find the buy. And I don't know, you can find yourself in a pretty troublesome spot where already 3D Max, you look towards 4 to 5 rounds up. And that's not a good spot to kind of put yourself in.
Yeah. I mean, we know what happened to 3D Max on Nuke. We know the Aurora were 11-0 up at one point. And we know that 3D Max on map 2 of Dust 2 were 7-0 up at one point. It's been a very topsy-turvy game when it comes to the streaks. And Aurora will definitely want to stop that early on. Stop 3D Max from getting away.
Oh, man. Hear a bit of typing, so I think we might be ready to get going in just a moment.
I got a question for you.
A little brief one. Go on, hit me.
At the LAN, the Mesa LAN in Mongolia, did you actually see any of the Aurora players like in person, close up, other than Kenzie when you were playing them in the show match?
Yeah, I saw all of them basically in the corridors and like in the hotel and stuff. Was
Deco being Deco-like?
Yeah. I really wanted to say hello to him, but he has an aura to him.
He has an aura. He does have an aura, doesn't he? That's the perfect word for it.
Yeah, he has an aura. He's kind of a bit of a stoic dude, kind of just that's his own thing. But yeah, like Ressolt's very, very cheerful, very happy, very easy to speak to. Kind of a young guy. He's quite bubbly, and he kind of is that in the server on stage as well. He's the kind of, it's him and Kenzie are the main ones who shout, where like Lackey, Norvi, Deco don't really make any noise. Kenzie super easy to speak to as well, and then kind of it was nods to the heads for the rest.
Oh, there we go.
That's about it.
That's what we want to see from Aurora. Ressolt gets an entry. Don't forget, of course, it was Jerry way back when he was playing with Ressolt that he said that Ressolt had some of the best aim he had ever seen, which is a high praise considering who Jerry's played with over the years. And Ressolt has certainly been delivering hella frags for Aurora in the scene as of late. But yeah, it's good to hear. I mean, Kenzie, if you look at the HLTV pictures across the board, right, Kenzie's got a massive grin on his face, which is fair enough. It does kind of come across that he'd be the most bubbly and easy to speak to. Interesting kills coming in here for 3D Max. I mean, they've got a kit on Jocko. They've pulled it back into a 3v3, but it looks like they're already committed to not going for it. There's quite a lot of time on the bomb, so I'm kind of disappointed at that, to be honest.
Yeah, it kind of seems that's just the way that top-level Counter-Strike is played these days, where in these kind of either numbers advantage or numbers even retakes, they kind of just off the rip kind of call it, you know what I mean? It's sad because you definitely could make a conversation about it, but yeah, not to be able to come through. Aurora going to find their first on the board. Gonna be that. At the end, Deco will find Gravity at the tail end of that one. Thankfully, not the most damning way to fall, and it will buy back in, no issues. We shall see. Not a bad round as well to be had there for Aurora. They've already got the showcase individually early doors, right? Result and Lucky found those early kills is very good, but at the very least, you can still see those mistakes creep in, right? Where, at the very least, from a 5v3 going back to a 3 versus 3. Seeing a little dice. Oh, close. Quick little rush there. I think it's caught off guard.
Yeah, very pacey from Aurora early round there. Happy just to swing the entrance of the B site immediately. No holds barred. And well, it gives Deco some control toward that other corner of the entrance, but actually very interesting. That's really Max to completely rotate off a bit now off the back of that early contact. Just leave them there. Lucky. Close in the position. Back up. They want to take Lucky on this occasion. Can 3D Max keep Aurora at arm's length? Jocko has not had much to do so far in this game. 1 kill and 0 deaths. But Aurora are splitting through main and through E-Box. He's got Gravity to support him as well. Rotation for 3D Max is so significant. Nori and Wrestle are going to have to find the kill straight up, and Wrestle will do exactly that. That is exactly what we want to see from Wrestle, and he's delivering really importantly for Aurora. But look at his flank from Lucky. It's not being looked at. He'll take the kill and take that trade. 2 versus 2, trying to take it out, trying to get the exercise into the play as well. But Norvi was wary of that possibility. And Aurora do a great job to recover that round.
Yeah, good stuff, right? And I think Aurora now showcasing what they've got to work with. 2 rounds in a row. At least a little bit of form. And, of course, a question mark to be had about 3D Max in terms of recon. I think, for me, I'm half buying this. Not going to get dipping below sort of 2K. Even, actually, for the most part, they're not really going to buy at all. Lucky's got 4.2K. Only going for that P250 Gravity. Same sort of situation for him. It should be Aurora tying the game up 3 rounds apiece, and again, not a terrible spot to kind of find yourself in. Aurora, T-side, kind of on a map like Anubis, you sort of have to be getting kind of minimum 5 rounds. It's arguably the most T-sided map in the pool.
Meta is evolving, without doubt. We're seeing different ways that a CT side can put in aggression, especially on a round, a rush like this. It's smoke down towards the canal's position, push deep through E-Box and take control. Where they set up the flashes and the HEs as well, the stacks to work out pretty nicely. Great little flash on toward Deco there. We've got 2 on this anti-eco, and Deco probably knows he doesn't need to throw his AK away, so he'll just play it a little bit more patiently. But yeah, I mean, maps do evolve over the course of their time in the pool, and while Anubis is definitely T-sided, you'd definitely be worried if you didn't get more than, as you say, 5 or 6 on T-side. It's do change. Maka will save the AK, and X6 will save the MAC-10, and considering how fragile CT economy is in CS2, I've seen a number of teams, when they save a gun like a MAC-10, actually keep it and use it. It's not a great weapon for X6 to have in this round, but it wouldn't surprise me if he throws it away, and yes, he will. So I'm not going to keep the SMG, not going to play aggressive with it, just stick with the rifle as planned. Sure. And Aurora now even again at 3 apiece. Norvi doesn't have a weapon. Norvi?
Norvi?
Do you need to go back to spawn? Have you not bought at all?
7.6k, mate. 7.6k. Norvi, hello. Never mind. Time's gone.
Well then.
What is happening here? Why is he not bought?
Block, armor, he had full utility, Didn't pick up a weapon. I don't know if there's one in spawn. And it seems like he's only just realised it, and he's not gone back to check spawn. So I assume he's just gone the good old-fashioned forgot to buy. That is wild. And Wrestle is going to try and take a recovery kill, because he knows that his teammate has slightly disadvantaged himself. It's a great entry on toward Maka. Another beautiful headshot from Wrestle on this map. Norvi will be swapped over some utility, so at least he has a job to do in this round. But it's kind of put a little bit of a kind of amongst the pigeons in this round for Aurora. Has it changed their plan in any way, only having Norvi with this Glock? He's got the bomb on his back as well, it must be said. He's going to just push through with that Glock. What on earth is going on? Gravity gets the freest kill ever, and Wrestle only gets one back in return. Gravity's playing with the angle, gets another headshot. Deco's missing 10 million bullets. Finally gets it back, but he's in a 1 versus 2. 25 seconds, looking to clear out Exercise. That's an incredibly quick shot. What is going on in this round? He's got 75 health, and so has Lucky, and it's a 1 versus 1. Does he consider the big flank? Bomb picked up. Nice reaction, but Lucky gets it first. And honestly, I'm paid to give my thoughts about what happens in Counter-Strike matches. I'm lost for words, mate.
Yeah, that round, nothing made sense there. I don't really know what's going on. Kind of insane showing, but fundamentally, can we now say Norvi? Fella, a gun would have been really helpful in that situation.
Yeah.
It's a pretty big rookie mistake. Paul's going to be called it by Aurora. I don't really blame them. I mean, I don't know, man. That was so weird to me.
And it's not just the fact that, I mean, don't get me wrong. I know why he's going in toward the site at the timing he did, but it's still very disconnected. The play they wanted to do was very disconnected in the end. And Norvi entering with a Glock is just like, it is comical. If he had the AK, maybe he would have just nabbed that one kill before he got instantly found by Gravity. Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, let's forget that one ever happened. That's one of the rounds of all time we've just witnessed, that's for sure.
I think Norvi would be hoping that we forget that one. In all fairness, because my God, that was... it's just a bad mistake to make, and it has really come back to bite them. That's thankfully. Looks like he's going to buy it back in. He's got the auto shotgun. Lackey has a pistol this time. It's the only thing he's got, but, you know, at least thankfully this time it's on purpose.
Yeah, well, at least Norvi has got some extra cash for not buying in the previous round. Every cloud and all that. Anyway, let's try and entry our way in. Exceeds with the XM. He gives it a look, but he can't get away. And once again, it's Wrestle on an entry. M4 Gravity is positioning himself next to the pillar. Flash will come through from Lucky. It's a god tier flash. Wrestle doesn't know where to look, but he still gets the frag on Lucky. Goodness me, he's spinning on a top. It's like he's on roller skates. But somehow gets his second kill of the round. Locks Jocko and Maka way away. He manages to find himself a third kill as well. Wrestle has put his team on his back in this game at the moment.
Yeah, occasionally does do exactly that. Wrestle, he's so important to this team. And I think, you know, Jocko, unfortunately, it's about trying to stay alive here. And I don't even know he's going to get that sort of luck. I'm going to at least start looking his direction to a degree. Because kind of got the right idea. Jocko. Yeah, you might be in a bit of trouble here. Save entering in and make a little move. I think we know it's off. Beautiful, beautiful work.
So many entries from Wrestle and Deco in this game, man. They've really been playing super well. Here's the pathing from Wrestle here. He's already gotten his first kill by this point, of course. He's in the middle of the site. Look at that. Just flicking around, realizing that Gravity was there, then he was dead. To turn back around, gets a third headshot too. I love watching Wrestle play, and, well, he's given Aurora an opportunity to get a lead now on this T size.
They off for us. Just the pistols here for 3D Max. Still holding. We tested in just a second. Molotov could have been huge, but yeah, this could do a decent amount of damage. Might even just force them into the fight, and they can't run. All he gets. At least Kenzie. Oh my God, he gets traded as well.
3v3. It's a little bit scary, but I don't think for 1 second that 3D Max will want to throw their 2 AKs away here. They'll know the value of those. Echo. Good reaction. Almost got caught off.
They should be fine, right? These 2 AKs, I mean, they're kind of sticking around to a degree where they could be testing the way out, but it's all about keeping them alive until the next round. Honestly, not actually terrible, right? 2 kills and 2 AKs recovered on a no to low buy round. That's not terrible. It's not the worst thing in the world. I think you can be kind of relatively happy with that. But then again, Gravity does fall, so that's going to make his life a little bit more difficult. So at least a little bit less of a W over towards 3D Max. But still, Aurora take a lead here, 5-4. Now, the question's going to be answered here. We had super kind of one-sided first halves in both the opening maps that sort of told the story of where these maps were going to go. This one still feels like anybody's game.
Yeah, this is the closer map we wanted after the 2 opening blowouts, it's fair to say. I know Aurora made Dust2 a little bit closer. In the end, got to 10-8, but no further than that. How far 3D Max has pushed forward outside B. Gravity in position. Support as well. There were 2 players with him there for a split second. Lucky pushing forward. He knows that Lucky does like to play this close right angle, and Lucky, even on low HP, has somehow got 2 from that. He'll be delighted. Well, Lucky, I think he would have known for sure he should and could have gone down with only 1. They limit Aurora to a 3v4. Bomb now rotating back as well. Kenzie and Deco together, just waiting in mid. Resort was just checking behind to see if there was a quick flank, and they are wary of that being a possibility. But there are 3 players on A for 3D Max right now, and look at where Gravity's put himself to. Double checking the push all the way round through Beach. But it is going to be a camera split. Deco looking to entry with the orb. Spots 1, but he needs rifler help, and he's going to get it from Kenzie. Tech9 comes out, and finally Deco takes it. But Maka is still here, and Result knows it. Can he isolate this frag before Gravity comes into play? He's picked up the bomb, but Maka is wasting so much time right now. It's absolutely brilliant teamwork. He gets Gravity into position, and Gravity takes the kill. 5-5.
Yeah, I mean, Deco's even quite fortunate to be able to get that second kill with that Tech9. I mean, really should have been traded, let's be honest, but 3D Max 5-0. This back and forth affair is really opening up here. Lights come through for all. Probably get the 12th and final 2.
Restor's trying it again. The smoke's about to... Oh, the timing on that, man. I think if that smoke was maybe 1 second later, he goes through that and possibly finds an entry. That's a wonderful HE, actually. It does damage to 3 players there. Jocko, Gravity, and Maka eat that one. And Aurora, they've still lost 2 picks again. 5 versus 3. Result, Kenzie and Lackey trying to answer their way back in. This time, nothing for Result. Kenzie has to do it himself. And who knows, maybe he can. Lackey, get the bomb planted. It's a good HE. It actually tags up Lackey a little bit further as well as Kenzie. Can Aurora somehow put themselves into a very favourable after-plant position on A? With the health the way it is, they're trying to stick together. They're trying to hold each other's hand to at least get a trade to set up one of their 2 in a clutch. But 3D Max are playing this one really well, delaying the push from the flank. Nade comes through toward Heaven. USP gets the job done, and Jocko will find Lucky in the end. Couple of really nice little retakes there from 3D Max. They're going to guarantee a tie on the half.
Yeah, at least thankfully as well with that bomb plant, it won't be the worst buy in the world for Aurora despite losing the round, but it's still not going to be great. 2.5k for Result and Deco is not exactly flourishing. So fundamentally, like we said, winner of that penultimate round does get the advantage in this one. You max have that full buy, have the AWP, all of the goods, where you look towards Aurora, double Galil coming through, and upgraded pistols. 1 Mach 10 for Lack, you get a better util. It's not exactly flourishing. This should realistically 3D Max taking a lead at the turn of the half. If they can do that on CT side, bearing in mind this is arguably the most T-sided map we've got, a bad spot to put yourself in.
Yeah, I think 3D Max are pretty well set here. See how the next half pans out, but you know, this is their most successful map. They're one they're most happy to play. It's their most played in recent times. They've had some weird losses, but overall pretty solid. Again, through ecstasy, so they've got themselves a man advantage. Result will hit a dink, but sadly it's not a dink that gets a kill for him. Jocko will also advance forward, stop Kenzie. And 3D Max once again, just like they did on Dust2 actually, on their CT side, quite happy to pincer, to constrict space that Aurora feel like they have. This shot from Maka, lucky he hasn't finished those kills yet. Good nade damage, but I think now there's no chance. Deco's got a deagle and he is stuck, and he'll be stopped by Maka. Very, very close half, a lot closer than our other two maps. 3D Max edge it out 7-5. We have one more half left in this best of 3 to find a winner in our first match in EU playoffs for this season. 3D Max, Aurora, one more half of Anubis to find out who plays Movistar Koi in the next match in this bracket. With, of course, Pro League on the line for Season 20. 3D Max are pretty solid on Anubis, and they showed that on their CT side, getting a 7-5 on the slightly unfavoured side. I'm just going to quickly fix the HUD for you. Don't worry. We'll get that back in a moment. One player dropped out. The HUD is a cruel mistress on CS2. I've played around with it a little bit myself, and it can be very difficult to recover when we have dropouts, but there we are. We're all back sorted again. And let's see if Aurora can make something happen on CT Anubis. I need to recover this one to get through to the next round.
Here's the big one. Oh my god, Resso. Resso! How's he even got to overkill there? Lucky swinging in towards the side. Lucky gonna get 2, but Norvi makes it 3. Oh, and he makes it 4. Norvi, hello. Hello. Bit of a mistake, you know, we saw earlier not buying. There was the conversations and the kind of laughs around it, but he shot us all up pretty quick. That's a nice round.
Yeah, and as you said earlier, right, I'm right in saying he's IGLing as well, right? So,
yes,
yeah, I think Lucky has done it in the past, but, yeah, Norvi, always been an enjoy of his. It was he and Kenzie who definitely ran riot in a number of their streaks in online Counter-Strike over the years, whether they were playing for Fours or Aurora. And, yeah, it's a beautiful hold from Norvi. Even the last bullet tap on the last. Maka knows that he is, well, very stuck. Somehow he gets away, but look at the nade damage overall. Wrestle could have some farming to do. That's already $1,200 in the bank. 2D Max obviously fully ecoing for the buy in next. Wrestle once more. Kenzie's going to steal some away though. And honestly, if you're 3D Max, you'd rather give the kills up to an M4 than an MP9. But Wrestle will get his 3k. And we're back even again at 7 each. After the blowout of map 1 and the at least initial blowout of map 2, we are absolutely locked in play here at 7-all.
Yeah, plenty of cash though put in the back pockets, and I think that's the big thing coming through there for Aurora. They're just going to have a good amount of stability. They're going to have at least a confidence coming towards the second half too, which has sort of eluded them for a while. Of course, map number 2 is a little rogue, and for a while in towards this one as well, it wasn't really looking all that fruitful. Just a bit better. Find yourself in. Still though, far from not done a fair, like you mentioned, 7-all, so still does feel anyone's game.
Yeah, this has been a fun series, despite how wild that first map was. I think usually blowouts of 13-1 aren't that interesting, but that one was certainly pretty interesting. And yeah, there's been moments on this first half of Anubis as well, which were wild. Crazy situations, some crazy rounds. Norvi's got a slightly crazier weapon. Don't see many AUGs these days. But even with the ability to sort out your loadout. CS2, I feel like AUG is not necessarily very often chosen in the loadout. Anyway.
Doesn't get as much love, man. It's still a good gun.
It is quite good, absolutely. And I think it's got one shot from super close range as well, 101. So it is doable when you're in that really close position. Only one hit headshot CT rifle. Kenzie's going to try the other one though. The M4 does get a 1-for-1. Jocko will go down. Ecstasy gets a quick trade. Oh, Norvi tries to spray through that smoke, but there are traces to be seen there. And Lucky takes advantage of it. Deco has lurked his way toward the back of the site, but of course 3D Max with these smokes up will be wary of that being a possibility. Smokes will now fade and will let the bomb plant come through. In come the MP9s. The cavalry has arrived. It's only one from Deco and nothing else. Ecstasy and Lucky figure it out. 3 for Ecstasy and 2 for Lucky. And 3D Max win the round they're supposed to win.
Yeah, exactly. That's the big thing. I think for them, coming in towards that first 4 buy round where they have kind of, the slightly better firepower to work with, they've got to make that one stick, and they do, right? That's the main thing. Any kind of differences, there probably will be that responsive buy coming through from Aurora, but it's a case of what they bring, and that's the thing that worried me. MP9 is what the Lucky can bring to the table. FAMAS as well for Norvi. At least Deco has his AWP, and that's the big thing. Advantage at range, maybe bar. Ecstasy to that picked up AUG.
Yeah, that's inside AUG.
Not often you see that, especially not anymore. Not since the old days of the Krieg and Org meta.
Oh man, it was actually crazy seeing T-sides purposely switch to the Org from the AK when the fire rate was super high on the Org and Krieg.
What a time.
Automatically going to the scoped rifle. That's easy as hell spray pattern on the Krieg as well when it had its high fire rate. Just felt like a cheat code. But guess what? That Org does work out for a kill. It's still a rifle that can do lots of work, and it is the Akibara Accept as well, the best skin in the game. So why not? Maka will get a quick response on Norv2 with Kenzie on 26 HP. This round is not looking good for Aurora again. 3D Max just weeding out Aurora in these rounds. Can Deco find some impact from somewhere? Right now he's pushed up a little bit, as you can see, toward that B side of the map. Kenzie is here on that low HP, but 3D Max have so much map control they could even go through Beach if they wanted to, but they are going to split toward A. That's where the last two players reside, but now Lucky MP9 has no choice but to push forward. And Maka makes sure he pushes forward into a bullet. Deco 1v3 with an AWP. He is not going for this. 3D Max, 2-round lead.
Yeah, understandable. 8-7 now, made 9, and with Aurora, I mean, I don't really know what they do around the AWP. There's a big kind of question mark where a lot of teams would actually be tempted to force buy here just because it's an AWP. Just buy around it and hope that kind of Deco can lead them to the majority of the success here, but I don't know if Aurora will do that just because of the econ they've got, the kind of lack of loss bonus built up too. So it might be a low buy round here, just an AWP to work with, which would fundamentally give 3D Max such a big advantage, probably giving them 10, and we're already talking about not that many buys to work with. Terrorists win. Let's see. I'm not feeling all too hopeful. It does feel like Aurora don't have had that many chances left in this one. I don't think they'll buy. They really don't have a lot of money to work with. So I'm talking about this and thinking that 3D Max, they've got a 9th. They should get a 10th, probably. And then if you're Aurora, you've got what? If things continue this trajectory, at least they've got 2 full buys left to work with, and that's it. 3D Max, big advantages in their court.
Yeah, if they avoid the Deco AWP, they should be absolutely fine. Maka. First comfortable one, and that AUG is still ringing out. Choco will deal with Kenzie as well, and they found where the AWP is on Deco. He's taking a bullet. 3D Max starting to turn on the form slightly. What we saw from them on map 1 was an absolute nightmare. Got utterly destroyed. Aurora's CT side was gorgeous, but I wonder if, as we've spoken about a couple of times in this series so far, whether Aurora will think back to that choice to pick Dust2 when they could have picked a more comfortable map for them. They prioritised an enemy weakness rather than their own strength.
Makes a cease. Get that AUG. Rattle off for anything in the tail end, but that's going to be 3D Max being the first time to lock themselves towards double digits. Deco does get one, but yeah, he's not in trouble here. No chance of surviving. That's also an AWP to pick up if they want to. Lucky actually sneaks his way in and gets an AK. He'll be happy with that. Oh my god, he risks it by jumping across the window, but he'll be fine. That's an AK scooped up. They can buy around it. It's fine, but it's still 3D Max with a 3-round lead and being only 3 rounds away now. Locking themselves into the map in the series and continue through that the upper bracket, joining Movistar Koi as well in that next round. It is getting dire. Bit by bit, it's just slipping.
Of course, there is a lower bracket, so if you're an Aurora fan and they do go on to lose this game, don't panic. You've still got a chance to make Pro League through that lower portion of the playoffs. There are 2 slots available. I believe 1 through the consolidation final and 1 through the grand final. Look at this for 3D Max. Great flash coming in from Aurora. Gives them a lot of info that they're in toward that canal area. forced forward by that volley though. He might have to go through the corner of that smoke. It's super awkward for Kenzie, and Norvi gets caught off as well. I think they blow open that smoke toward main as well. And Gravity takes that kill. Oh no, Aurora. That's super awkward for Kenzie. Doesn't want to fall back toward the site, wants to keep his control of that E-box position, and well, he gets punished for wanting to keep control. Plays with his life a bit too much. And 3D Max are going to be just 2 away from that next round.
Yeah, I mean, this is already feeling like it might actually be curtains. I mean, this is probably done here. Triple save going to come through for Aurora. I mean, at the very least, because of that, they can buy back in, right? 3 staying alive with loss bonus means you can invest in because of drops, but this is tough. This is tough, and we really haven't seen too many of them get all that active. I mean, Lackey 3 and 12 has not been great from him. Result, kind of one of the only redeeming lights, him and Deco. 13 kills for Result. Deco will fall. Maka gets his. Swinging a find as Result will also fall. So the 2 names we just highlighted, both dying, and actually Lackey falls as well. Nothing saved Artra from bad to worse.
3D Max are putting their foot down, and they're keeping it firmly on the necks of Aurora. That was a really, really well-played situation there. They know they've built up cash. They've got so much money. Absolutely push in loads of players to hunt. Why not? And it kind of says their dominance and shows their dominance. Exorcist is still holding on to that org after all this time. Just hasn't died yet. And 3D Max have got pistols to face. Get himself on to a match point. Probably multiple of them.
Swing. Nothing there, though. It was eerily quiet. Look at the investment of Aurora to try and deny 3D Max running map and series. Good at pistols. Lackey already tagged. I mean, small amounts of util too. 3D Max should just win this on firepower alone. As long as they don't overthink the situation, they just play it like a normal round. I don't think they're going to have any issues.
Yeah, use the proper utility. Use it in the spots you know. Play it like a gun round, like you say. Let's see. Gravity is making his way through. Result close with the 5-7. That's where you want to put yourself, with the one-shot headshot capability. Which Gravity will get the shot first, and the headshot angle is being played by Lackey. And he actually gets 2, and the tag as well. That is really good considering, but it still might not be enough to take the round. Bomb Plump will come through. Kenzie is on the angle. He managed to pick up an AK, and that's not something Maka's expecting, so that could be a route back in. Kenzie has Kevlar, and he spots out where Exorcist is playing from as well. 3 versus 2 for 3D for Aurora, but 3D Max answers straight back. It's Deco in a 1v1, and Jocko makes sure the trade is clean and easy. And Exorcist even says, grab my org, mate. I want to keep it. And Exorcist will have that one straight back. And 3D Max will have 5 match points.
Yeah, I mean, this is such a big recovery needed from a side who have not given us a lot to work with. Such a nice little response to it. Aurora did try and find some form, but the French side have just been better. There's no two ways about it. Easily best side of the server on this map, and it goes to show about pick a Dust2 again, man. We've kind of touched on it. Such a risky one to go for, and you see now what's happened to them. 12-7. 5 map points, and probably the end already kind of locked into place here. Aurora alibi, that's the one positive. Deco as an AWP too. There is a silver lining, but 3D Max, I can't see them fluffing this one up from this sort of very strong position.
Can Aurora keep them away from the victory? Forward, a flash will come through, and it actually causes Jocko to look away. Not even sure he was that blinded up by it. He'll get the assist for Lackey, but forcing Jocko to look away is what gives Result that opening kill. And Result has certainly cooled off a little bit on this CT side. He was getting so many T entries.
Yeah.
Kind of kept Aurora in the game. Now he's negative in this half. It's a good catch from Lackey though. covers it into a 5v3 advantage, and Exercise is locked behind the smoke. Kenzie is waiting for the fade. Does look pretty goofy the way Exercise is holding the AUG there in the X-ray. But not sure how long he's going to be able to keep it in this round. 3D Max will absolutely go for this because they have money to spend, and they can limit what Aurora will have to spend in the next round if they do significant damage, even if they lose it. Exercise creeping forward on toward Deco. Deco will put utility. That could catch him off guard, and it will. But thankfully, Resol is holding his hand. Nice little clear from Maka, though. Again, a frag recovered, but Resol is having his best CT round thus far. Maka, can he clutch out another map for his team? He got an ace to win out Dust2, but he'd need a quad kill 1v3 for this one, and it's not going to happen. Resol has had himself a round. Beautiful quad kill, and Aurora are still in it.
Yeah, a little bit too big of an arse there, but all in all, still so much needed for Aurora to even have a chance at it. That's a better round. I think it does require a bit of individual brilliance, like we said, from Resol, but is that something that's replicable? Can you continue relying on Resol? I don't know. Hasn't given us a hell of a lot in the series across the board. I think it's probably a little bit of a quieter performance by his standards. I think that's probably the case for Aurora as a whole. Max into the bite. Is out. We'll take a bit of early damage here. So will Jocko. It's forced to an aid there. Can Aurora get an opening kill? Not dead just yet.
Secondary AWP in position, but he looked like he was trying to maybe avoid the flash and dive onto the site, and that might be Aurora's undoing. Exercise has got a 2k entry with that AK, up to 18 kills in the game now alongside Maka, and this retake is going to be a tough one. Kenzie is in the beach, but he might be buried by the sand in a minute. This game could very much be about to end. It's a 4v3 after plant. They've got kits and utility, but how on earth did they make their way through? The HE to break the smoke is their only choice left. Do they burst through? They absolutely will, but it's a crossfire that is absolutely impenetrable. And Kenzie, he is stuck. Exercise launches his way in. Kenzie will get himself 2 more kills, but there's no way he's defusing the bomb, and Lucky is going to take it for 3D Max after the absolute destruction of map 1, where 3D Max lost their map pick of Nuke 13-1. So recover that series and win it, props.
Yeah, I mean, it's you have to actually give them a lot of credit in terms of their mental resilience, but you also have to look towards Aurora.